Hey boys, welcome back to some more Cricket 19 My Play career, continuing on with our county cricket debut season. Having a swell time over in England, where we're playing well, the team's going well. Our batting, I mean, we could be scoring a few more runs for sure, but the conditions are a little bit tougher. We're seeing a lot more low scores, I would say, rather than the first class action. And our bowling has just gone through the roof in terms of wickets, and our average has gone. I think it's as low as 15 now. We picked up 2 fifers over here. It's been a good time as an all-round standpoint. And I mean the team has been going gangbusters. Last game, it was a bit of a meek performance from who did we verse? Warwickshire, I think. We came up against, and we just rolled them. We only got like not even 300 in the first innings, and they didn't even really get close. It was an embarrassing display. We're gonna get to come out here 53 average, 53.69. So it's dipped a little bit. It's been hovering around that mid 50s, low 50s for a while now. So it's still very, very healthy. But we get a chance here. We elected to bat first, which is I don't know, over in England, would you be batting first most times? I don't know. I guess around the world now it pretty much is bat first in any conditions, unless, I mean, England is probably the one place, if it's extremely overcast, the pitch is a green top, then yeah, you could see yourself having a bowl first. But I mean, you look at the recent Ashes series, and the pitches were very similar to Australian pitches. And I know it was funny because the England contingency was sort of complaining about it, acting like the curators didn't do a very good job of making England style pitches. And it I mean, it was a bit strange. They did play very similar to Australian conditions, as we get racked on the pad there. Got to be a little careful. I don't know if that was a genuine in-swinger, but it didn't really go away as I thought it might have, as that one is driven down to mid-on. Not quite the timing, but we'll get a couple there. They're leaving that mid-on field open, which again, I've talked about it plenty of times. I'm not really for the positional play. Now they've put in a mid-on, but I'm not really for it. There's obviously the argument that it entices the drive against the line a lot of times, and that can pick up the outside edge. But I don't know. It sort of lets you get some very easy runs, I would say, because we're still, a straight ball full. We're still gonna go for the drive, regardless if there's a mid-on in place or not. As again, trying that back foot cover drive. This time picking out the fielder, and we're not gonna get the cheesy 4 overthrows. I actually had a man at deep square leg, so we'll just pick up the one overthrow. It happens a lot now, but it's never by design. Honestly, it's always an accident. As that is a beautiful cover drive. Just punching that forward of, well, only just beat the mid-off fielder. Just a lovely cricket shot, and trying to push the counter attack on. We came in a little bit of bother, but myself and Finch here doing some good work. That is a glorious drive, boy oh boy. You're batting well when you can hit it straight past the bowler like that. That is just all class and timing. Usually the bowlers field those, and it's very annoying. They just sort of they got superhuman reflexes like the wicket keepers. So you got to be careful hitting it straight back. And then there's just a beautiful little touch. So the beautiful cover drive, just timing, the straight drive, a bit of power involved, and then that elegant little late cut, little glide off the outside of the bat. We're showing the full array of cricketing shots, and then we've just followed up with a belter of a drive again. This time beating him on the offside. And look at that. No, nothing too outrageous with this shot. It's just beautiful batting. And then we just the back foot. Oh boy, we are feeling in some good form. It's been a little bit of time coming. I mean, it's been a struggle. We still scored some decent runs, but it's been a little bit of a struggle over in these English conditions with some good bowling. That's a good ball. We a little bit of a shorter length to probably play that booming drive. But yeah, it's been a tough go to get some consistent big scores. So it looks like we're in some pretty good nick. The pitch is playing pretty true. Not a lot of swing, it seems. Not a lot of seam or swing in the air. So, you know, as good a time as any. We've raced to 35 off 23. I mean, it looks like a T20 innings at the minute, but I mean, they're just good shots. I mean, we did get 16 runs off 4 balls, so that definitely helps the old strike rate in that sense. As again, we're just gonna punch that one for another couple of easy runs there for to get into the 40s. No, we're on like 30, 38. Somewhere around there, 38 off 32. Finch up the other end, doing a bang up job as well as Henry Brooks comes into the fray. It's always a little bit of a challenge for us coming over here because I'm not sure of the pace of these bowlers. That's the main thing that's caught us out a couple of times because if we get a new bowler comes on and he bowls just a full straight one and he's bowling around like 140 to 150. It could easily clean us up because we're not going to be expecting the pace. And that's the challenge. We don't know a lot of these bowlers, so we've really got to, watch the first few deliveries to see what type of pace. I mean, that one was 144, so old mate here can fire it up a little bit, and we got to be on our toes. He's starting to bowl him short, and that is a cracking cut shot. It wasn't too far away from the gully fielder. If I got caught off that, I would have been fuming. We have smoked it out of the middle of the bat. If we just, that's a good leave as well. Just leaving on, a bit of extra pace, any sort of good length deliveries, you would hope is going to go over the stumps. The pitch does seem to be bouncing fairly true, which you would hope on the first morning of the first day in a 4-day match here. But yeah, we're batting just beautifully. 46 now off 39. Finch 32 off 63. We pushed this score up 3 for 118. We came in like 3 for 40, 3 for 50. We must have our 50-run partnership shortly. We came, maybe it was like 3 for 30 if I'm remembering correctly. I was again trying to push that away for a sneaky 4, and then we're going to get the 4 overthrows. Again, not by design, but there's going to be the 50. A little bit of a wry smile there with the 4 overthrows getting us the 50. But extremely well played 50. 51 off 44. We've played some just beautiful shots. And I mean, this is a fantastic chance to hopefully get a big one here, get a big 100, really push for that Aussie test spot, and also in the shorter form set us up for a good first innings total here, because there's still a lot of work to do. We're only 130 odd in the total, as again just that back foot cover drive. I say it all the freaking time, but it's really come into its own. We didn't really play it at all in the early stages of our career. We were pretty much, I mean that's just getting used to the game more as well. Like, we were sort of every sort of good length delivery, we were just sort of planting on the front foot, and you would edge the ball fairly consistently if it sort of moved away a little bit. Because obviously if it's a little bit, if you're not to the pitch of it, any sort of movement either way, and you're in some strife. But we're really focusing on that length, also seeing how the pitch is playing. If it's staying a bit slower and lower, if it's coming through pretty well, then good length deliveries, we're able to go on the back foot and punch it through, and then wait for those just over pitch deliveries we can really step out to and drive through the line. So it's been getting used to the game, and again we're just seeing it so well. I mean, that was 142. It just felt like such an easy pace for us. Just smacked, absolutely smacked for 4. And we've raced on to 65 here. Run rate has gone up to 4.7. Zabola does a good job there. He's probably a little bit perturbed that he's conceding so many runs, so he's looking to make up for that as this time again. This one was, I mean, again, it's a little bit risky. Like, they don't have that mid-on in play. That ball was generally not really an on-drivable delivery, but also the slower pace, not too worried about an outside edge. And because we're seeing it so well, I sort of was pretty comfortable with going for it. And then he sort of pitches on the same line and length, able just to rock back 120 kilometers, just sit back on it and just smoke it again. Oh boy, this is just, I think I said a few episodes ago where we got our 100, I think we got like 139, and I felt like that was the best we've ever batted on the game. Like, everything was just getting smoked to the rope. I don't remember ever giving a chance in that innings, but we've had some quality ones, and this one is starting to look very, very reminiscent of that big 100. So, you know, as soon as we were about to say it, there's a play and miss, but other than that, like, there really hasn't been any outside edges, any loose shots. That's a cracking shot. I was more just trying to, he's played it extremely powerfully. I was more just trying to whip it through mid wicket, but he's gone the big follow through and just smoked it. A wicket has fallen. Unfortunately, Finch has departed, so it brings in Burgess to the crease. As that one, I don't think it was a catching opportunity. I think it was all pad, but it was pretty close to a little inside edge. that could have been a little moment in the game, as a short ball, a fairly rare short ball in this innings. Is going to push for two, get back. Oh, you got to be careful, dude, with the throws. The direct hits come pretty thick and fast. But yeah, the short stuff has been fairly rare in this innings. Obviously, you know, you'd probably expect. We came in very early. You would want them to pitch up, look for swing and seam. So, you know, the ball 38 overs old, so they're trying a little bit something now, banging a few in short. But usually that's usually how we get our good innings going. If they're starting to bowl like couple of spells of short stuff, that's how we get our innings rolling and really get motoring. Is this one? Oh, I thought for a second we've scooped it straight to the man, but thankfully, probably the extra pace. I mean, 140 Ks, pretty quick, and it's just cleared him. It was like, it went for 4, but it really, that could have easily popped straight up to that man a square leg, or even the fine leg. I think they had a fine leg the previous delivery. So, you know, got to be a little careful as he's banging in short, and again we've just smacked it over. You know, I'm sort of like, might as well just go over the top. It's a very small boundary out that way, and you know, they've got a very fine leg, so any sort of bat on it, it's pretty much free runs. Again, he's gone for the short pitch delivery, and we've just smacked it again. Again, it's a little risky. A very risky shot. That could have easily just gone straight down the throat of the point, but you know, if you go hard, more often than not, it's going to go over the infield, and in that case, it actually went through the infield as we tried. You know, we had to go for it. We tried to bring the century up in one foul swoop, as we move on to 96 off 86. What an innings this has been so far, as we come down the track again. Oh boy, we want it. We want it, dude. We want to absolutely take Miles here downtown. He's dishing up these lollipops, and you know, I love to get a milestone with a big shot, and that is exactly what we're going to do. Third time is the charm, and that is absolutely huge. 146 meters. It's not quite our best, but there we go. He's happy about it. 102 of 88 deliveries. What a way to bring up the ton, dude. I just love bringing up 50s and centuries with a 4 or a 6. It just really reaffirms the dominance we've had in this innings. It reaffirms who is in control out here, and yeah, we're in some fine touch. Hopefully, you know, we can really push on and get us up to you know, we're up to probably 200 after this shot, so 5 for 200. Pretty good first innings. You would hope the tail can wag. Hopefully we can stay in, get a big 100. You know, anything over 300, I think in a first dig is solid. As that again, it's just floated up there. A lot of times I have a lot of trouble timing the slow deliveries, but we're just seeing everything so well that even this 110 kilometer stuff is just finding the middle of the bat with some real power. As I mean, I still don't like it. It just feels so freaking slow. But you know, 109 now. Burgess is doing a nice job as well. Just, you know, getting into his innings. I was just gonna flick that one away. Probably only the single. Don't run yourself out. That's probably the worst way to get out in this game. Is the short ball. Always close. Very close to that. I thought he was more square than that. He was a bit he was more like a mid-wicket almost. Otherwise it could have been straight down his throat. Gotta be careful. Really, that's probably the one shot we haven't actually timed well, the short ball. Usually that's our bread and butter, but the short stuff has really not come easy in this innings, which is strange. I mean, the bounce and the pace of the pitch seems very even, very nice to bat on, and just the short stuff we just haven't quite got down yet. Probably because it's been more of a you know, a special delivery rather than bowling like a whole over of short stuff. They've used it sparingly. We've still scored off it, but it's given us a little bit more inconsistencies with the shot. So, you know, a little bit of a tip to our opponents: maybe use the short ball just as that surprise packet delivery, as that's not a good ball. That is not the type of delivery you want to be bowling. A nice juicy full toss outside off when we're on past 120 now. Probably not the stuff you want to be dishing up at this stage of the game, as Andrews continues here, and that again is just smoked through. I mean, it's a decent ball. Like, you're getting driven on the up through cover for 4 off a delivery like that. You're sort of shaking your head. What do you do? What do you do at this stage? Just everything is just going to the rope. As this one, I actually thought for a moment that he'd caught and bowled us off all ideals. I was gonna lose my mind. But thankfully that didn't happen. So yeah, we're gonna continue here. 127 off 110. Burgess, our partner, is you know, he's brought along, as that is a beautiful cut shot through the gap there. Absolutely creamed it once again. Everything is just finding the middle, finding the rope, finding the gap. Any way you look at it, it's looking good. The run rate is 5. It's over 5, dude. This is a tough day in the field for the bowlers, as that one's almost scooped straight up to the man at point. And we are gonna get we get the 4 overthrows, which again, a little cheesy, but it's not my fault, dude. That's how they programmed it. So, you know, I can't be blamed. As I'm just gonna flick that one away. Do not run yourself out. It's not what we need at this stage of our innings. You know, it's never a good feeling to get run out, whether you're on duck or a big 100. Is this one? It's been absolutely plucked out of the air. That is, you know, I don't want to get run out, but a belting catch like that, you know what? I can live with it. It's disappointing, but geez, what a catch, dude. Low down to his right. It was screaming off the bat. 135 though. Got to be happy with the innings. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. We'll be back for the second part of this game coming up. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.